Hey royalties, kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Royalty back with another video. Pastor 𝕤𝕤𝕓𝕤𝕖 responds to her wig malfunction that happened today at a potter's house, and this is what she had to say. But before that, today in church, Pastor 𝕤𝕤𝕓𝕤𝕖 had a wig malfunction. Perhaps you're new, but Pastor 𝕤𝕤𝕓𝕤𝕖 is the daughter of Bishop T.D. Jakes, and she is a serving pastor in the potter's house. Y'all, she is a preaching machine. This woman's got the word of God in her mouth, and she breaks it down in a way everybody can relate. So, aside her preaching gifts and abilities, she is a fashionista. I'm actually looking forward to doing a Pastor 𝕤𝕤𝕓𝕤𝕖's Sunday best fashion, to just review and just go through some of her beautiful fashion. This woman is beautiful. She dresses well, she dresses appropriately, and she has a very beautiful style. Shout out to her stylist, her makeup artist, and her hairstylist. But anyway, she dresses really good, and she wears some of the most beautiful, gorgeous looking wigs. So I just had to pull that out, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. Say amen. Yeah, she dresses really good and she's beautiful. I love her style. But unfortunately today she had a wig malfunction, and it is how she responded and took charge of the situation that matters to me.
I asked God for there to be deliverance opportunity. Child, my wig is well, damn it.
I don't care. Y'all don't think this is
My hair, do you? I really don't care.
She did not get embarrassed because according to her, none of these things matters. She just had to do it because she does it to make herself look good. But at the end of the day, those things are unnecessary.
Because I recognize what is really necessary. If the wig stay on or not, if the shoes stay on or not, I know what I'm really here for.
so you can make the memes and make the videos.
At the end of the day, one thing I know for sure is that me and God locked in on a word. And if this is a distraction, then let it fall off. And if miracles are gonna break out, then let a wig fall off.
I love how she took charge of the situation and turned this situation into a message. In fact, she is indeed a born preacher, daughter of a preacher, because she flipped that situation and immediately the whole environment flipped. Everyone flipped. They got into the spirit. They caught the 𝕤𝕤𝕓𝕤𝕤. I would just say that, yeah, they caught the 𝕤𝕤𝕓𝕤 real good. At a point, this thing, her wig was still sliding, and she was like, you know what? She yanked it off her hair. Like, I don't need this thing. I'm taking it off. And there was a lady in the congregation who also took off her wig. Pastor 𝕤𝕤𝕓𝕤𝕖 recognized her, and I think it was just glorious, to see that, because she did not immediately rush off the service. Even when that happened and the atmosphere changed, it felt like the presence of God came even more. She didn't try to rush off and go out of the stage. She stayed for more than half an hour more. I just admired that about her, because at the end of the day, all of those things doesn't really matter. Personally, I have been on my natural hair since my birthday in February. I have been on my natural hair, and even when I put on wigs, it's like, I just want to be on my natural hair. I put my natural hair on a twist out, and everybody's been giving me compliment like, your hair is beautiful. So I believe God wanted to do something with that situation, So I love how she reacted when it happened. She continued with the message, and she was doing what she was supposed to be doing.
Blood, cared about what she looked like. The woman, all right, I'm about to take it off. It ain't never.
Even though she knew the bloggers are going to be talking about it, of course, that's what we do. And she knows there's going to be the memes. But I love the fact that she made light of it by making a video herself on her reels. And then she talked about it in her caption. And this is what she said. I've always enjoyed getting dressed up and looking my best. I also have worked really hard to separate my worth and identity from my appearance. I can be full glam one day and fresh hyperpigmented face the next. Today I was preaching and I could feel my wig sliding. My message was more important to me than maintaining my appearance, so I took it off. locked in and kept preaching. What moved me the most was seeing how many women joined me in getting courageously vulnerable, real and free, literally wigs coming off everywhere. I can't imagine what God is going to do in September when we gather for Women Evolve. The message will be up soon, and I'm sure the video will circulate a bit, but wigs, beat face, clothes, and shoes are just another way of showing that you can love Jesus and still be fly. But if I didn't have any of it and still was choosing to preach the gospel, I would, and I did, and I am. As long as you get the message and God gets the glory, my job is done. I think she said it so beautifully well. She had to do what she had to do. I mean, in that situation, there's pretty much two things to do. Is either she's going to step out to go get it put together, or she's going to continue. And at the pace at which the message was going, talking about locked in, where 2 or 3 are gathered, you get locked in. I don't think she could have just stepped out to adjust her wig. You know, the tempo was high. The only thing that was left for her to do was to continue. But she did it courageously well. And like I said earlier, she did not even try to rush off the whole message. She stayed for more than half an hour. So I think she did it graciously, courageously, with boldness, and also being her authentic self. And like I always say, being your authentic self has nothing to do, especially when it concerns women, you know, it has nothing to do about money. It has nothing to do with, okay, I have money now, I can travel around the world, or I can dress a certain type of way, I can dress half naked, or, oh, I'm out of a bad marriage situation, I can go around, date around, I'm free. You know, freedom in the word sense of freedom, or what freedom is, that has nothing to do with being your authentic self. Being your authentic self is being yourself in the fullness of God. That is operating in your most expression of Christ in you, operating in the fullness of God in its entirety. That is what I think it means to be your true authentic self, and Pastor Sarah Jakes has just done that. There was one comment that I really just loved under her post. I'm just going to read it. It pretty much says everything I would have loved to say. And so this brother says, at the point of a pivot, Pastor, immediate tears, this was nothing but God, a visual representation that God is calling for transparency. He's stripping us to be our authentic selves, to show us what can happen when we lock in. Let's go. The moment fed me for real. I'm grateful. Locked in. The point of a pivot. I feel the fire. Let's go. Just like I said, I mean, really, God is stripping us of so many things that are fake in our lives and bringing us to vulnerability, transparency, so we can really express His trueness, His realness in our lives. And that's what I feel. I think this was great. And also, was that Pastor Cora behind cheering her on? I mean, I just love to see her, you know, Pastor Cora doing that. If she was the one, I'm not sure exactly. This is actually beautiful. And I know a lot of people felt something. Things were removed. They were changed. There was a transformation and metamorphosis going on in that arena. And I like that in her response, she, you know, used the opportunity to throw in her program coming up in September, Women Evolve. She is a pastor, and, you know, she's into this whole pastor business. She's good at it already. You guys, what are your thoughts, you guys? Share your thoughts in the comment section. You know I love to read from you. And so that's it pretty much in today's video. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you got to this point of the video, please do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell to not miss another video. And until the next one, remember to pray, work out, work smart, and